Let's go to Kayla, who's on the line in Millen, Georgia. Kayla, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, how are you?
I am living the dream, Kayla. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a fellow Liberty grad,
What?
so go Flames.
Go
Yeah.
Flames! Now, I'm guessing you're younger than me because I feel like everybody's younger than me. What years were you there?
Well, I was there for undergrad, 2002 to 2006, and then I went back for my master's, 2009 to 11.
Oh, congratulations. Well, that's
Thank you.
really great. I am much older than you. I'm 44 years old.
Oh, okay. Not too much older.
That's right, but I was still there. Okay, so how can I help today?
Okay, so I lived in North Carolina, and I was in my sweet spot doing probably the past 10 years exactly what I knew that I was created to do. And I got married in December.
Hold on. I got to know, what was it? What was the sweet spot?
I was coaching college cheerleading and dance.
Oh, great.
And
Okay.
So
right.
Yeah. So I actually cheered at Liberty too. So.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. So I moved to my husband's hometown in December when we got married, and there's like 3,000 people here, and we're about an hour in every direction from the next biggest town. And so my sweet spot isn't here. And so I've just been really struggling since December. I've taken a couple of sales jobs, and I'm by far the worst salesperson alive. And those were very unsuccessful. So I hated it. I cried on the way there. I cried on the way home.
Yeah.
And my husband's just precious and has said, just find something you love. And so I have listened to you every day. I've written down all my stuff. I've taken my notes, and I just don't know how to find a new sweet spot. So
oh my gosh, I love these. You think it's impossible, and I love these because I actually think there is a sweet spot in Millen, Georgia. But let's walk through all this stuff. But before we do, is there a certain amount of money that you need to make?
Well, right now I'm selling everything I own, not really because Dave Ramsey told me to, just because I'm trying to contribute financially. But I sold my house in North Carolina and had some good savings, and so it's been okay. And my husband's just told me to take my time. I've got some side things that have done okay, but they're not a career.
But give me I just need to know a base number here. What would be great? You and your husband would go, if I made this much, this would be great. If
I made probably 40, we could survive here in Millen, Georgia quite nicely.
Oh,
so.
I would think so. So. All right, so that's just a baseline for me. That's all. Don't get hung up on that. All right, so let's go through your top talents and your top passions, which I think I already know them all, but this is great for our listening audience. Here we go. Talent. What do you do best?
Okay. Well, I love coaching, and I really just love teaching people how to achieve their goals. That's important to me, is just watching other people succeed. Yep. I love being a motivator. I love being, no pun intended, but I love being a cheerleader for people. I love cheering people on, seeing them do well. I have a master's degree in counseling, so I was a therapist for a while, and I didn't love it because I was more sympathetic than empathetic. So but I think I'm really good at relating to people and digging down into their problems with them. And obviously my interests are cheerleading. I've owned a couple of businesses, so I love small businesses. My husband has let me start kind of a little small business here. It's just taken off, so it's not making a ton of money. I really would like to make more money. We are, he has a small business, so we're creating a little, a county-wide publication just to highlight the good things in our county, and it's going to be mailed to every home. So we're excited about that. It's coming out in June, but it's not going to, we're not going to get rid of it.
All right. So, so here's the deal. I'm just going to cut you off because to me, this is so obvious. I just hate to make you keep talking to me about you because here's the deal. You started with passion, and you said coaching and teaching and motivating. Then you went over into I'm really good at relating. I wrote down you're good at communicating because you are. You're a naturally gifted communicator, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, of course you are. You're a good coach. Do you think you're a good coach?
I think I'm a good coach.
Well, good coaches are good communicators. Now, it doesn't mean when I say communicator, I'm not saying would you stand in front of 10,000 people and give a world-class oratory. That's not what I mean. The ability to connect is communicating, and you're great at connecting with people, aren't you?
I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you love most? You already told me, but I want you to put it in one sentence. just for a fun exercise. I want you to give me the shortest sentence possible. Don't worry about it being perfect. I don't care if it's a fragment. I want you to tell me what you love most about coaching others.
Seeing other people achieve their own goals.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the different ways that you could see other people achieve their goals as a result of your instruction and cheerleading and coaching?
Well, this is where I've struggled because I feel like going into the classroom is an option, but I just can't see myself being in a classroom.
Okay, so let's mark classroom off the list. But you're making this harder than it is.
Okay.
Are there high schools in Millen, Georgia, or just one? I'm guessing one.
There's one, and I'm already working with their team, if that's what you're going to say.
No, I just want to know. Is there a community college close by?
They're about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. My point is that are there businesses? What are the small businesses? What are the things in the area where, again, there is a role where the majority of the role is you relating, communicating, teaching, coaching others? Who says it has to be in the traditional classroom? Well, like what if you were teaching a valuable life skill, or you were teaching some type of health, or I don't know. I mean, you have to get to the point where you go, wait a second, what do I really love? I love seeing people reach their goals. See, that's the coach in you. Well, how many different roles are there in Millen, Georgia, where it is essentially, if you strip it down to its core function, it's coaching. You're coaching somebody. So I don't know what that is, but that's what you have to look for. That's your reality right now because you live in Millen, Georgia. And by the way, is this a long-term commitment? You guys are there for the long haul?
Yes.
Well, then listen, maybe
he is good here. So
okay, well then
here.
Maybe it's you starting your own business, and maybe at some point you say to your hubs, hey, listen, for right now, I'll help get this publication off the ground, but I think there's a lid on this deal because there is. In a town of 3,000 people, there's only so many ads you can put in that thing. It's just not. Yeah. Let's be honest. I'm not trying to be unkind.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right.
But let me tell you this. There's got to be a way that Kayla could create a business where she's coaching a certain demographic, a certain group of people for money. And let's just call it what it is. Don't get hung up on the title of what it looks like or the service or the product yet. But but what you're doing is essentially coaching people in Millen, Georgia. So who could you coach? Who would you want to coach? Where is there a tie to your heart where you say, oh my gosh, I've always been passionate about this topic. I've always been passionate about, which would you love cheerleading? So you're already working with the school there. But maybe you become a guidance counselor and coach. So you're not in the traditional teaching classroom. Maybe you're teaching PE. That's easy. That's not your traditional classroom. Maybe you're a guidance counselor or become a vice principal and you coach the cheerleading squad. You got to give that a chance. I'd go sit with some teachers and audit some classes because you're already over there. I think you have to look at every possible way that's in existence, and then what could a possible business be that would take care of you all as far as your contribution to earning. But it essentially is doing what you love to do, which is a cheerleader, a coach, a listener, all those things. I think there's more things in Millen, Georgia than you realize. And now that you've raised your antenna on this, I think you're going to begin to see it. So get your head up. Get your head on a swivel. Go Flames. You got this. I believe in you.